Good evening, everyone. My name is Salman Amar, Senior Vice President for Touro University and Vice President of New York Medical College. It gives me a tremendous pleasure welcoming everyone here for this monumental achievement that we are going to celebrate this evening. Oftentimes, when you think about biomedical research, you think about someone behind a microscope and small tissue cultures and so on and so forth. Rarely you picture in your mind what goes behind that creativity and the amount of hours, the investment that a scientist is given to being able to stand in front of his community and being able to deliver result data that we're all proud of. So I want to just spend a couple of seconds sharing with you that for a soup of a good and successful research, it requires three things. It requires the human resources, and in terms of faculty and students that are of a caliber, and you'll hear this evening from Carl Thompson, from the Dean of the Graduate School, you'll hear how this community has reacted to this renovation that we've done at New York Medical College. It requires, aside from the investment in human resource, an investment in the real estate, and that's basically what we are celebrating this evening. We're celebrating an accomplishment of renovating state-of-the-art environment that is going to be versatile enough that will accommodate changes probably for the next 25 years. And we are prepared for that. As a result of that, Dr. Kadish, who's been at the forefront of a tremendous vision, will provide the administration perspective associated with that. And last but certainly not least, it requires funds to being able to accomplish this project and being able to remain at the forefront of biomedical research. It requires funds. We built the place, but we need to maintain and being able to remain at the forefront with our scientists, with our environment. We need to funds to make sure that we have enough for scholarship. We need to make sure that we have funds, that we continue to hire high caliber scientists that will continue to invest their time. I'm a passé, but I need to think and worry about the next generation. We have data to support the fact that not everybody is interested in science, so we need to be using incentives on top of everything to make sure that that we are going to have a next generation that is going to participate in research. In this trying time and very unsettling moments, I think we could all use a blessing, I should say, and Rabbi Krupka, who is the Executive Vice President of Touro, is here to help us with this prominent role in leading the aspect of this university, and most importantly for this event, to provide blessing and the invocation for us to continue to be successful. Without further ado, please welcome Rabbi Krupka.
Thank you, Dr. Amar. Those of you who know me know that I don't offer formal invocations, but rather a meaningful message. So this evening, I'd like to talk about catastrophic events that impact on society. For those who are familiar, this coming Saturday in synagogues all over the world, we will read of the flood in the times of Noah, in the times of Noah. There's an incredible lesson to be learned from much of the events that took place there, and I want to zero in on one particular point. We're told that when the Almighty told Noah to build the ark, Noah had 120 years in which to build this great vessel. Ron, that's, overruns in time. Now you would think that the Almighty, if he wants an ark, he could just will that vessel into happening. Why 120 years? And we're told that as people would pass by and see Noah building this great vessel on dry land with no water in sight, it was an opportunity for him to impact on society and to bring people closer to a lofty divine vision and hopefully gain adherence on this journey. We're told after 120 years, unfortunately, Noah failed miserably because the only people that he took into the ark with him were his wife, his children, and their wives. That's it. Not even able to inspire or to motivate one person. What we're celebrating here this evening, ladies and gentlemen, is New York Medical College and Touro University's commitment to work hard, to accomplish, to be proactive in the area of research so that we can cure disease and help society. And maybe what we all need to do in these very trying times is to do more, to be more proactive, to help build a healthier, more peaceful, and more accomplished human society. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi Krupka. The county of Westchester has been always extremely supportive of New York Medical College and especially George Latimer. Ken, I'm not so sure that we can replace George, but you're an excellent replacement for him. Without further ado, Ken Jenkin is going to address the... Thank you.
So first, it is a privilege to be here again. This is not the first time I've stood pretty much in this particular location here at New York Medical College and certainly with Touro University. This is an outstanding day for this to happen. Dr. K, it's always good seeing you. And as I said to Nick Jeng in the back, I said, it's always different when it's not on the Hollywood Square, right? So I know that we've been doing so many things virtually, and this is a great opportunity tonight to talk about and to recognize the great accomplishment here at New York Medical College with opening up a state-of-the-art lab that's going to continue to attract the kind of researchers that will make sure that New York Medical College continues on this outstanding path of leadership in every field that it does. So I'm happy to be here on behalf of the county executive. Certainly traveling here with me, Deb Novick, who is our director of entrepreneurship and innovation, that's here. And while she's here with the other Dr. Amler, right, I'd be remiss if I did not mention our Commissioner of Health, Sharlita Amler, that is here. And we are trying, Dr. K, for Westchester County, we are trying to keep up with you. Dr. Amler will tell you that her facility needs about $30 million worth of work, right? And we're going to try to keep up with you in your innovation. So again, congratulations. This is part of the life sciences hub that is this particular area. We have our good friends down the block at Regeneron, and combined with the research that you're doing here with New York Medical College, it will continue to have that leadership. It is so critically important for Westchester County that you continue your work. And again, we just want to wish, on behalf of the county executive, congratulations to you and your team for this outstanding achievement. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. And in fact, Brian Zemberitz from Regeneron is here probably to replace George, but still, and it's also a big shoe to fill. Thank you. As we just heard, an event or an accomplishment of this magnitude is certainly not the effort of a single person. I'd like to recognize the contribution of New York Medical College staff, each and every one. Bess Chasser from the Development Office, Jennifer Rikers from the PR, Patty Reynolds and his team for the endless calls that we had and revision of the plans that were a nightmare at some point. Ron Matten on facility, EHS and their team, Nick Janica for the support on the legal services, Pavarini for their excellent work at the end of the day. Thank you very much. The security and Rob Lancia, Adam Hammerman, health services for clearing. We started during COVID, and we needed health services to give our clearance to the workers. Did they get vaccinated? No vaccination, so on and so forth. Please, I apologize ahead of time if I missed someone, but the entire New York Medical College staff and administration worked tirelessly to achieve what you will see in few minutes. But behind a project like this is undoubtedly the presence of a man who has and continues to have a tremendous vision. We all admire him because of the projection that he gives us when we sit with him, and we see immediately, it's amazing, huh? But we see the end of the tunnel when we sit with Dr. Kadish. It's a tremendous pleasure and honor, privilege to work for Dr. Kadish. He has reached numerous accomplishments in his own field, cardiology and academic cardiology. Published numerous papers. His CV is probably now the size of Harry Potter. And on top of that, he has provided us with the insight into the significance of what it takes on this ecosystem that is constantly evolving. And for that, I am going to invite Dr. Kadish to provide us with that perspective. Thank you.
So is that all I'm supposed to do tonight? So I want to first of all thank everyone for coming. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that it's been a difficult week and a half for the world, and that I'm going to try my best tonight to compartmentalize and focus on the great things that I hope we're doing here. So, someone in an interview asked me earlier today about when we became a research university at New York Medical College and Natura University. And my initial reaction was I thought that was a bit of an oxymoron, because I think that universities that separate the mission of education from the mission of research risk too much compartmentalization. I think that it's important for our students to be exposed to research, it's important for our students to participate in research, and it's important to be part of what we provide to the world. The ability to find new things, make new advances, and provide new therapies in an increasingly fraught time. This project to rebuild a lot of the infrastructure and laboratories in the Basic Science Building, which you're all in right now, hasn't been an extremely quick one. Deborah Novick, who went to work for the county several years ago, was around when we were still well into planning the project. But we're absolutely thrilled that we've been able to complete it, or almost complete it. And I want to echo what's been said before, that the state-of-the-art laboratory facilities will help us do better science, help our students learn better and work better, and help us recruit and retain world-class talent to New York Medical College and to Westchester. And that's really what this vision is all about. I also want to say, for those of you who've not been around as long as we have, that this is not actually a culmination but a beginning, for a few reasons. First of all, we're already on to the next few projects. We're going to rebuild the Munger Pavilion into what we hope is a state-of-the-art multi-purpose facility, including a dormitory. We've got additional laboratory space in the Dana Road building to upgrade over time. We're finally well along in the project of rebuilding our clinical skills center there. And with the deans who are in the room today, I'll just thank for their great work. Neil Schluger, the new Dean of the School of Medicine at New York Medical College. Ronnie Myers, next to him, the Dean of the Turtle College of Dental Medicine. Marina Holtz, the Dean of the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences. Did I get the retitle right, or is that close? And of course, Dr. Amara Provost. And with the work that they're doing, I'm optimistic about the future of New York Medical College and the future of science at New York Medical College. So I appreciate everybody being here. I want to echo the fact that we never do this alone. We've had tremendous support over the years from the county for a lot of the things we've done. We've had support from a lot of the people in this room for some of the projects we've engaged in the past. And we're going to need those partnerships to continue in the future. Science has become increasingly complex and challenging, and to make big advances, we need to have great people, have the resources to do it, and of course have a little bit of luck on the side, which we can always hope for. So I want to thank everyone here for the partnership and support they've given us in the past, and let you know that just like the ribbon cutting is just the beginning, not the end, we need your support going forward as well. Thanks for coming tonight.
I'd like to continue in recognizing some important people. The Chancellor of New York Medical College, with whom we had multiple conversations in regard to accomplishing these projects. Members of the Board of Advisors, and Dr. Ann Negrin and Dr. Pat White, and in regard to the Dean, Rob Amler, with whom we worked significantly in regard to having government regulations as well as them on board with this process. For that, I'm extremely grateful for all your involvement and continued involvement, especially as we move outside the boundaries of New York Medical College and we go to other incubators and we go to Montana and so on and so forth. So basically, Dr. Kadish, the sky is the limit. Am I correct?
Well, Montana's big sky country. Every time we're out there, we're amazed by not just the sky, but about the possibilities of research and clinical training there.
Absolutely. As you know, we acquired a major research institution, Lovelace Biomedical Research Institution, and that speaks volume as to the involvement of this administration in positioning research and scholarly activity as part and parcel of the future of this environment. And we thank again Dr. Kadish for leading us to this major acquisition. Thank you, Dr. Kadish. To provide the perspective of the faculty, we invited Dr. Carl Thompson, the chair of the Faculty Council. Yes, he's professor at the New York Medical College, and he will tell us how the faculty body has reacted to this new environment. Thank you, Dr. Carl.
Sure. So just for the record, I'm the president of the Faculty Senate, so it was very close, although I like your title better. So on behalf of the faculty, I want to welcome everyone to this really milestone event that is in the history of the college, and specifically the Basic Science Building. Basic Science Building has played a significant and central role in the function of the School of Medicine and the college in general, and we are sure that it will continue for years to come with these upgrades. Since its original opening, the Basic Science Building has undergone many changes over the years and upgrades so that it continues to be a central facility in the promotion of the goals and the work of the faculty of the college that's here. I should say that when I was asked if I would say a few words, I did what all good faculty presidents do. I ran to the bylaws and looked up ribbon cutting, and I didn't find anything, so I did the second best thing I could think of. I went to the archivist in the library and got some information. So I wanted to take a little bit of time and tell you about the history of the building and how things would go. I want to thank the library staff, the archivists who helped me. I know everyone thinks I've been here forever. I was not here for the opening dedication. That was there, but not so long afterwards. So it's there. So the building actually opened and was dedicated on October 26th, 1972. I'll just point out for the math challenged here that next week will mark the 51st anniversary of the dedication of the basic science building. And it's really appropriate that we are taking this time to celebrate and recognize the big changes that are coming. At the original dedication, it was stated that, and I quote, with its new modern facilities for research in all areas of the basic medical sciences, and they went on to talk about the progress and how this was a real opening for the basic medical sciences that were coming up. And so that really established the role of the basic sciences. It was the center of our research effort. The building was originally intended to be a temporary one, I was told, for about 10 years, so we missed that by about 40 years. So we're coming along. Though the building's footprint has remained the same, the facility has undergone continued upgrading and culminating in the major renovations that we're here to acknowledge today. History of the basic science building is long and complex. The medical class of 1975B, and I'm sure Dr. Halpern will say, 1975B was the 3-year class, which is why we have more graduating classes than we actually had graduations to do that. They were the first to occupy the basic science building when it opened in 1972. The then Graduate School of Basic Medical Sciences, now Biomedical Sciences, started its move up from the facilities down in the city on Fifth Avenue in the summer of 1972, and soon after the building was in use, and it's been in continuous use since then. Throughout its history, it's played a key role in not only the research endeavors of the college, but in the teaching effort as well. A major change in the building began with the conversion of the courtyards that were here to lab space in the 1986, 1988 sort of time frame. For all of you that wondered about the new architectural mode of why we have windows from laboratories looking into other laboratories, that's just a reminder of the history of the building that we've kept there. So it was a novel architectural approach. 1986, major fire in the Department of Anatomy, which resulted in a major upgrade to the anatomy facility. When it was rebuilt, this is sort of the philosophy, if you're going to build back better and stronger. Renovation of several basic science departments occurred in the mid-90s, 95 to 96. As with so many things, the function and use of the library has undergone multiple changes over the years. Renovation of the library occurred in 95, 2001, and as recently as 2019. And all of this has allowed it to adapt to these continuing changes. The gradual shift from the library being a repository for written text to a bright and open space that's really conducive for student study is really a wonderful addition. In the time from around 2000 to 2015 and that early 2000s, there were lots of changes. Some of you remember that there used to be right over here a photography lab where we all went to have our slides made and pictures made for publications. There was an audio-visual, well, actually it was just an audio room. No, nobody had visuals at that time to do it. Along with the original machine shop was over here, and then that gave way and we moved in an enlarged and useful bookstore. There was a new machine shop that was built. You've all seen the building down past pathology. That was the first major space addition. In 2001 was the opening of the Medical Education Center, which was a terrific improvement and sort of blossoming of the resources that were available. And it provided for major changes. The new extension in the MEC included state-of-the-art lecture hall in Evans. I will point 2001 was a quarter of a century ago, so what was state-of-the-art in 2001 probably needs a little upgrade at this point. No longer do we use that projection booth in the back of the auditorium. It's now a box up in the ceiling. So things continue to change. Along with Nevins, they also brought about major upgrades to the Cook and Choak auditoriums that are here. Student modules that were originally where the A and B research units are now were moved into the MEC. And that was the second major expansion of research space for that we converted what were the modules into research openings. So renovation of the BSB has included other facilities that just make it a better place to work. There's a renovation of the lobby you're in now, the Hales lobby, outside the cafeteria. That was in 2007 and 8, though it's had a lot of little changes over the years. And it really provided access to a central gathering. Not so long ago, in the sort of post-COVID era, the bookstore area was converted to a quick grab and go. While not gourmet food, it's really convenient for the students and faculty that are working at odd hours, right? It's open all the time. For the time we had access to these when people were around. And that brings us to today's ribbon cutting. The new renovations represent a significant addition to our growth and development as a state-of-the-art research and teaching facility. For our faculty and students, having a state-of-the-art resources are important. But perhaps equally important is the need for modern facilities that provide for that mood uplifting kind of environment, right? We all perform best when we're in an inviting space that makes us think about the future and think about state-of-the-art things. So I encourage all of you to tour our new facilities and think about how far we have come in this temporary building that is still with us and how we look forward to continued success in the future. I hope that the next 50 years will be as exciting as the last 50 have been. And so thank you all for coming.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Continuing in recognizing some of the important people, Bob Ryan, the architect behind all this renovation, is here, and I thank you very, very much, especially on the number of reiterations that we forced you to do based on multiple aims and accomplishments that we want to achieve. But at the end of the day, you're probably proud of the product. Continuing this, Dr. Holtz, the Dean of Graduate School of Biomedical Science and the Interim Chair of Biochemistry, will provide not only the perspective of the faculty, but a core of our engine doing research, which are the students that are being trained and most importantly participate in part and parcel into the accomplishment of research. Thank you, Dr. Hall.
Good evening, everyone. This is definitely a bright spot for many of us during this difficult time. And I have to say that many of us have been struggling, but we have a lot to look forward to. This renovation has been something that has truly transformed us in the last few years. And you've heard from Dr. Thompson that we're constantly evolving. And we've been here on this campus for 51 years. Last year, the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences was renamed, and that's why people are stumbling a little bit, because we're getting used to the fact that we're new and we're modern and we're looking forward. Last commencement, we celebrated the 50th anniversary of the first PhD graduating class here. And our first PhD student who graduated is still with us, Dr. Edward Messina. He became professor of physiology and retired a few years ago and became a major contributor to the graduate school. because our PhD program is really the crown jewel of our research enterprise, and our students work tirelessly in the labs, really driving the kind of progress that we want to see in biomedical research. And as you know, research is a collaborative enterprise. And our labs have always been good. Like, don't think that we had some sort of a rundown facility. We had perfectly good labs, but they were not set up for the kind of modern research we want to do. And as you'll see, we now have bright, open space labs that promote the type of collaborative work we want to do, that promote interaction and multidisciplinary science, which is something that we're really known for here at New York Medical College. Nobody here wants to work in a silo. Everybody wants to collaborate and drive the progress forward. We, unlike NOAA, didn't have the benefit of doing the renovation on dry land. Our renovation happened during COVID while we're conducting active research. And it really required the work of everybody that Dr. Amar just mentioned to make sure that we can still continue the work while looking forward to renovating our facilities. And it has been done, and it really was an amazing effort. In the last year, we were able to recruit new faculty, new assistant and associate professors to join our ranks and rejuvenate a lot of our programs. Some of the faculty that joined us last year are Dr. Malik Bisserier, who works on pulmonary hypertension, Dr. Julie DiMartino, who works on breast cancer, and this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so don't get screened if you want to. Dr. Shui Gao, who works on prostate cancer, Dr. Jian Li, who works on aging, and Dr. Abdel Fattah El Omari, who works on diabetes and islet biology. And as you can hear from the really wide-ranging research interests, we really are moving in all directions in our research enterprise, and we really want to make an impact. So as you tour our labs, keep in mind that these are bright spaces for our researchers, new ones and existing. So some of the people who moved into the labs include myself. So I'm very happy about that, and you will see my lab on the tour. My lab works on breast cancer, a very common disease of women, as well as a rare lung disease of women called lymphangioliomyomatosis. So thank you all for coming, and enjoy the tours, and I hope that you will see how real research is done.
Thank you very much, Dr. Holtz. So I just want to close by thanking a few key people whom we haven't gotten to in the group so far. First, Dr. Jonathan Scheinlin from the Board of Advisors, who's joined us tonight. Second, Dr. Rob Amler, who's not only a dean, but also Vice President for Government Relations, and has been responsible for much of the growth that's happened here. Dr. Edward Halpern, the Chancellor, who has taken New York Medical College through the incredibly difficult period of COVID, construction, changes to the medical school curriculum, been interim dean 17 times in the process, and been a fantastic leader. And finally, Dr. Solomon Amar, tonight's MC, who's the Provost for Biomedical Research at Touro, who's really fueled a lot of the innovative growth in our research programs, gotten diverse interests together to get this renovation done, and has some incredible plans for the future to make sure that New York Medical College continues to be at the forefront of biomedical research and continues to grow. So I want to thank everyone here tonight, and we've got a museum tour, I guess. Oh, no, it's not a museum, is it? It's a living laboratory tour. We're now going to do a ribbon cutting. And a tour. So for the ribbon cutting, we typically bring out these scissors. You know, I'm fine with scalpels, but every time I see one of these things, I get very, very nervous. So I'm going to ask Dr. Amar, the deans, and Dr. Halpern to join me up here for the ribbon cutting.
I have to get myself on